Thrash here on the mic. Gonna tell you a little something about a place I like. Yeah, we grew up in the backwoods, but we've been on the road doing shows. So it's been a little hard missing home. Been gone so long that I feel alone. I can't help how I feel when I miss the place. I used to get a buzz off just in case, but everything has changed. The Georgia boys have made a name, but I can't complain cause I love the fans. I love signing shirts and love shaking hands, and to hear how a song that I wrote helped them in life when nothing was going right. Now it's time for me to go home, light the bonfire and play this song.
And it's all good. Down by the creek where the water flows cold. Same old stuff and it never gets old. Chillin' by the fire while the stories get told. And if we get bored then we hit a dirt road. I know where to go just to find my soul. Need to dig real deep in a big mud hole. Maybe take my son out with a fishing pole. When you in the backwoods that's how you roll. So I'ma take it slow and be a simple man, cause at the end of the day that's all I am. Spending time with my fam on all my land. I pop a top and I play this jam.
And the sound of a southern rock guitar lick. Raised on country and southern rock, but I always loved a little hip hop. And we throw it down 4 miles around. Everybody knows when to come. When the bonfire's blazing high, you can't deny we're about to have some fun. Got the trucks backed up with the tailgates down, no cops around. We sip and shine, here I don't mind. Take a swig of this and let's use some signs. Yeah, no place that I'd rather be. Ain't nobody else that I'd rather see. So now it's time for us to unwind. Play that song for me one more time.
up, all you freedom fighters out there? Welcome to DG Radio Freedom Friday fucking jam session. What's happening? Hope y'all enjoyed the first about hour of fucking jamming out, man. Like straight, just getting it. Some of our favorites, man. Straight up, some of our favorites. We doing great, Brandon. We doing great, man. Just sitting here down, doing a thing, playing some jams, sitting here bobbing back and forth, trying to blast that Freedom Friday stuff out there. Hope all is well. Actually been, throwing some tracks together, doing a little bit of work on Friday. Not too much, just enough to keep us busy and whatnot. Gonna play a little bit more and then off to bed we go and get up for Saturday's edition of the morning show. I'm gonna stick a little something in here for you here in a minute. That was cool to talk to some of our youth today. That was badass. Hopefully we get to do a little bit more of that. We're definitely gonna have to come up with something for our youth, so that way, it's cool to get them into stuff like this. To open their minds and broaden their horizons on things that are out there that could just, who knows where it could go. You know what I'm saying? I mean, something like this could inspire somebody to be, one of the next badass DJs that are out there really doing some badass stuff. This is one of the ways that maybe we can teach our youth some things. That'd be pretty cool to have them sit there and do do a little something and then take it to school and be like, look, this is my radio show. This is what I get to do. And bring some of our youth into it. I mean, some of our shows are a little crazy, but it's good to teach them though, nevertheless. And we can do that on many, many different levels. All right, so we jamming and kicking ass, man. So if y'all got any song requests, everybody that's in the chat group, throw it up in there, and we'll definitely get to it. Like I said, we're gonna play a little bit more here, and then I don't know, we'll probably be on for a little bit. So let's get into a little bit of comedy. Let's get y'all motherfuckers laughing and shit. So I don't know if y'all ever heard this. We play it every once in a while, but I'm one of those people that I didn't like to hear whenever they came out with patches. Whenever you got through a red phase, that's fucking bullshit. You don't need a damn patch to put on your shoulder after you pass red phase. You still got white and blue phase to go, assholes. So once you pass blue phase, or should we call it yellow, black, or gold and black or something, whatever the hell they call it nowadays. It used to be red, white, and blue phase. Red phase is hell week. Blue phase is damn, you're kind of like your marksmanship and stuff like that. And then, you got blue phase, which is the ride home. So here's how I feel about your participation trophies.
Pounds, and he's never eaten an apple in his whole life, but gosh darn it, they're starch. When do we start giving out trophies for sucking? Because I would have been a legend. We'd had a 20-foot mantle at our house, man, over the fireplace. There's where I sucked at baseball. There's where I sucked at football. There's where I sucked at soccer. There's where I dominated for 10 years, sucking at speaking English to anyone of the female sex. I'm proud of that one. They had to retire my silver vinyl reflective bomber jacket. Said Corvette right on it. Anybody think it's a good idea to get a trophy for losing? It's not a good idea. That's a communist idea, man. You don't get a trophy for losing. You get pizza and you shut your ass up. That's what you get. That's right, man. Your dad bitches at you on the way to the pizza parlor. You get out, he goes, here's $1, go play those video games. I'm going to hit on this waitress and get drunk because it looks like my kid's not getting a scholarship. Trophies for losing? What the hell happened to us, man? It's time to take America and end this. My daughter played soccer last year. Last year, they were horrible. This year, by the way, just to be clear, out of 160 teams, they came in third. Pretty cool. But last year, they sucked. It was lost 7 out of 10 games. The 3 games they won because when the other team showed up, they didn't have enough players to legally play. But that's a W in America right now. And my kid was the best kid on the team. And I know I sound like I'm being a dad, but at least my kid chased the ball up and down, man. It was a co-ed team, and our goalie the whole game just stood in the goal and did this. Balls whipping around his head. Our right forward would stand where he was supposed to stand, but if the ball went away too long, he would start to drift. And then he'd start watching the game in the other field and picked his nose. I never saw a child love picking his nose. This kid picked his nose like his skull had a clitoris, man. And I'll be honest, I'm not the dad to have at that game. The ball's over here, retard! I didn't get to go to all the games. By parental petition. Restraining order, whatever they call it. Here's the good news. My daughter became a team player, man. She made these friends that she's still friends with. It was phenomenal. I met some parents. We laughed our asses off. It was great. So we get done with the season. I go, all right, hon, you know, this was fun. Let's go pick a new sport you're going to suck at because you're 8. Come on. She goes, no, Dad. You got to take us to the trophy ceremony. And my first thought was, my God, they're going to make you watch the talented kids get trophies? That is brutal and humiliating. And I love that. That's right. Because maybe you'll feel some humiliation and you'll play better next year. All right, let's go to the trophy ceremony. Yes. And when she stopped crying, she said, no, Dad, we get trophies. And it just came out. I went, for what? And when she stopped crying, she said, because we participated. Really? Is that where we're at in America now? In 10 years, we lost that? Really? Even Americans don't participate. We dominate, man. Russians put a satellite around the moon. We land on it. Take that, bitches. Really? Participation's enough now? Really? Is that where we're at? Everybody shows up and gets a trophy? Really? Let me point something out. France participates. Anybody want to be France? Participation? What the hell happened to us, man? You don't participate. You know, I have some issues with this, and I just don't have comedic issues. I have social fabric of this amazing nation's issues, man. Because if you're in here right now, and you actually believe that every child deserves a trophy, because his self-esteem is as important as everybody else, and I know he's 420 pounds, and he's never eaten an apple in his whole life, but gosh darn it, there are no losers.